It's July 4th, 2015. Happy Independence Day, everybody. Don't forget to light the cat's ass on fire. Are you supposed to do that, Steve?
No, but I know that you're not supposed to, hold on to the firework because it'll blow your fingers off. Don't ask me how I know.
Will PETA get mad if we say, put a firecracker in an anthill?
I don't think they care about ants.
Good. Because this is your Fortean Slip news.
Speaking about independence, Chris, for our first story, I don't know how this relates to independence, but I'll make it relate. CTV News. The robots are now becoming independent.
That's Skynet's here, motherfucker.
CTVnews.ca. Robot kills worker at a Volkswagen plant.
Just
Germany.
In time for Terminator Genesis.
I love my Volkswagens, but I'm not so happy with the robots killing people. A robot has killed a contractor at one of Volkswagen's production plants in Germany, the automaker said Wednesday. The man died Monday at the plant in, I think it's Baunatal, I don't know, about 100 kilometers or 62 miles north of Frankfurt. VW spokesman Heiko Hillwig. Heiko, is that a German name?
You got me, man.
The 22-year-old was part of a team that was setting up a stationary robot when it grabbed and crushed him against a metal plate. He said initial conclusions indicate that human error was to blame. You think?
While it crushed him, it said, Johnny 5 is alive.
Rather than... I'm going back to the Short Circuit movies and that little robot. That would be cool if that little robot would kill people. I love those movies. Actually, something I see a classic that I've seen, Chris.
A movie in which they made a white guy an Indian guy.
Of course, they do that all the time. He said initial conclusions indicate that human error was to blame. I've already said that, but rather than a problem with the robot, which can be programmed to perform various tasks in the assembly process, he said it normally operates within a confined area at the plant, grabbing auto parts and manipulating them. This time it grabbed a man and manipulated him. I don't even want to know. This story's starting to get sick. Another contractor was present when the incident occurred but wasn't harmed. He declined to give any more details, this spokesperson dude, about the case, citing an ongoing investigation. German news agency DPA reported that prosecutors were considering whether to bring charges, and if so, against whom? What are they going to do, charge the robot?
They're going to charge Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It would be like iRobot.
It's a fucking malfunction. It wasn't fucking Skynet starting up, for fuck's sake.
It was some guy who got into the cage with the robot, because I've read other news stories about it, and it's human error. I mean, it wasn't a robot. I mean, it was a robot that's programmed to grab parts. That's all it is. It's not like it has an artificial intelligence or anything. But it's fun to think about.
It's coming.
Yes, it is. I swore I'd never read a news story from this website, but I'm going to do it, Chris. I've lowered my standards just enough to bring you...
You've lowered your standards on this program?
Just enough. I know they were already low.
Or program?
teamechonews.blogspot.com. For those of you not familiar, this would be Rick Dyer's paranormal website blog thing. Rick Dyer and Justin Smeja. Is that how you pronounce it? Smeja.
I don't know.
We're gonna
Smeja. I don't fucking know.
The ultimate Bigfoot expedition. There's an official announcement.
Oh, they're going to go on another bullshit expedition? Continue.
Another? They haven't been on one together.
No. Justin's going to go on another bullshit expedition.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this time with Rick Dyer.
Oh.
Hoaxer extraordinaire.
That makes it better.
From 8/29/15 through 9/04/15 in Northern California, in the Trinity and Humboldt County area. It says, do not miss this exciting and unique kayak expedition in North Northern California coming in August, featuring Bigfoot legends, Chris, legends, Justin Smeja and Rick Dyer. There will be no cost for participants. However, all expedition members are responsible for their own transportation, kayak equipment, food, and Bigfoot costumes. Be advised, I put that in there. The expedition will be conducted by in a living off the land manner, is not for the physically or
It will be
emotionally
conducted
weak.
by living people, unlike the ones that are conducted by the dead.
Living off the land.
Oh.
That's what it says. It's not for the physically or emotionally weak, except you have Rick Dyer and Justin Smeja, star of the Spike TV's Bigfoot Bounty. That's what it says. And the documentary film Dead Bigfoot, A True Story, has also appeared on many other Bigfoot-related television programs. Smeja is an expert outdoorsman and avid hunter. He claims to have shot multiple Bigfoot creatures in the foothills of California's Sierra Mountains. Multiple Bigfoot creatures. Rick Dyer starred in BBC's highest-rated, they call it a documentary, I'm pretty sure it was more of a mockumentary, shooting Bigfoot, and is the creator of 2 international Bigfoot hoaxes. That's his claim to fame. He's a hoaxer. His 2008 Bigfoot in the Freezer hoax gained international attention. In 2014, he conducted and sold out Hank the Dead Bigfoot Tour, in which he toured the American Southwest with a Bigfoot mannequin. Dyer also claims that he shot and killed a living Bigfoot on September 6, 2012, which was the climax for the film Shooting Bigfoot. I have no real words.
Hey, I've said it before. I don't buy into the Justin Smeja story. I personally, I've met him. He seemed like a nice enough guy when I met him, but I don't buy into the story. I think the Sierra project at this point is bullshit. I'll talk more about it on Sunday or tomorrow, whatever fucking day it is. My days bleed into one another. But it's why I no longer will cross-promote with the Squatchers Lounge podcast. I will not fucking deal with bullshit. And what came out of their little expedition, besides David's clear-headed, clear-minded thought on the matter?
Let's make it clear. David seems to be a very clear-minded individual who
heard the sounds of the forest as they are normally, and everyone else who heard fucking Bigfoot. And we call that shit out on this show constantly.
Regardless if we consider you a friend or not, please note
that we call out bullshit.
Right. Period. And that's what we try to do, anyhow.
But I'll talk a little more about it. I'll talk a little more about that tomorrow. But this is indicative of everything that is in the Bigfoot community. It's self-promotion. It's shameless self-promotion. It's hypocritical bullshit. It's I call out hoaxers. I call out hoaxers. I call out hoaxers. Well, yeah, not this time because he's my buddy. Bullshit,
buddy.
Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. So, like I said, I'll talk a little more about it tomorrow. But this whole fucking new Rick Dyer, Justin Smeja expedition. I don't give a fuck that Justin's going on it. Really, I haven't bought into his bullshit for a long fucking time. You know, and if that upsets anybody, I'm sorry. If you think that because we have a likeness image of him behind us when we do the show, that means I somehow support him, that fucking image is a stab at him. It wasn't a promotional thing for Justin Smeja. It was a stab at him. At the ridiculousness of his claim. So.
You want some real news, Chris?
Yeah, let's have a fucking real news story.
All right, this is, and I think probably one of the most important stories that we've ever done on this show. And I'm not trying to be funny. It's true. Tom Cruise, this is from thehollywoodlife.com. Tom Cruise considering quitting Scientology.
Say awesome it isn't news. So.
Oh, I'm saying it's so. And why does he want to quit? Well, it has to do with his daughter. Tom Cruise to leave the Church of Scientology for
Mission
his daughter.
Impossible himself.
That's right. Insider claims Tom is over the church, telling him what he can and can't do.
The Last Samurai is going to leave Scientology?
Absolutely.
Cocktail?
He allegedly plans to break free from Scientology to watch Suri grow up.
Is Maverick going to fly a fucking plane as far from Scientology as he can?
I hope so.
All right.
This is huge news after years of being involved and allegedly controlled.
Hey, wasn't he born on the 4th of July?
How many Tom Cruise references are you going to do? Movie references. Tom Cruise, 52, is reportedly quitting for good, and it's all for his daughter Suri Cruise 9.
And because he saw a vanilla sky.
After a heartbreaking phone call with Suri, the actor allegedly realized he's missing out on all of her milestones, and the only way to get back into the young girl's life is to cut ties with the church.
And to make another Mission Impossible movie.
An insider explained to Star Magazine how Tom's recent phone call with Suri made him realize he needed to get out. She was going on and on about her ballet class and how much she loves it.
He was quoted as saying, "The Church of Scientology is risky business."
Did you sit there and make a list?
No.
Or are you doing this off the top of your head?
Do you think I have that much fucking foresight when it comes to this news?
No, but if you're doing it off the top of your head, then you're a pretty sad fella seeing all these Cruise movies. I'm just saying. Anyway, after the phone call, that's when Tom realized he's never seen her perform ballet. And
that's when Tom realized all this time he's had his eyes wide shut.
It hit him that she's growing up before his eyes, and he's not there to witness most of it. They talk on the phone and video chat, but it's not the same. Phone calls and video chats for Tom and Suri can't really replace spending actual physical time with each other, especially since Suri is so young. The source went on to explain the predicament Tom allegedly is in. Tom has been under tremendous pressure where Suri and Katie are concerned because the church doesn't want him close to them. They can't stand that their own poster boy isn't raising his child in the church, the source said. If they label Suri as a suppressive person, a Scientology term for an enemy of the church, as they've been known to do with dissenters, that would make it hard for Tom to have a relationship with her. He's between a rock and a hard place, but he's finally making a choice to put his daughter first, the source continued. Tom has missed birthdays, school events, and all the special parts of childhood that happen so fast and are gone before you know it. Suri is not a baby anymore. She is fully aware that her father isn't around much, said the insider. When she speaks to him on the phone, it's becoming more and more like she's talking to a stranger. That's so unbelievably sad. If Tom does break free from the church's grip, there's no telling if the 52-year-old will be able to mend his relationship with ex-Katie Holmes, but at least he'll be able to spend more time with Suri without having to report back to the Scientology officials. I think that's great news, Chris. I think that's the best thing ever as far as that church and that man goes. What do you think?
It's fucking amazing.
For the spokesman, basically, Tom Cruise and the other dude, John Travolta, they're basically the face of that church. And for one of them to even consider leaving is
John
a pretty
Travolta,
big deal.
Steve, is the face off of the church.
No, I when I seen this story yesterday, it was published on the 1st, so it's been out there for a couple of days, but when I seen it yesterday, I'm like, You got to be fucking kidding me. And I thought it was one of those hoax websites, one of those spoof websites. So I did a little research and found out it actually is a real story. I don't know who the source is, but I hope that this is true and that he really does go for his daughter,
Damn Skippy, Steve.
I agree. I like Skippy. Jif is better, but Skippy's okay. Anyway, that's the news, Chris.
Happy Independence Day, everybody.
Glad you finally ran one of Tom Cruise movie references.